Now, before we finish this half hour, let's spend some time with our BBC China media analyst, Kerry Allen, following what's happening in Hong Kong and mainland China, because, Kerry, today is quite an important anniversary. Explain to us.
It is, yes. It's the anniversary of the Tiananmen Square protests, which every year the government is extremely sensitive about, and there's active censorship, and it doesn't want to even really acknowledge that these events even existed. So yeah, there's a lot of censorship online, and people find it very difficult to pay their respects to people who died. The number has never been known. It's been believed to be in the hundreds or even thousands. So yeah, it was a student protest that took place in Beijing back in 1989.
So what have you noticed this year? This is a story you cover every year. You're looking on social media at how people are trying to talk about it despite the censorship. What's happening today as far as you can see?
Well, I think the big story is really how it's become very, very difficult to commemorate the event in Hong Kong. Vigils that normally take place in areas like Victoria Park, it's very common to see thousands of little candle lights, people taking candles into the park at this time. I mean, local time now, it's approaching midnight in Hong Kong, to pay their respects, because lighting a candle is seen as a way of marking your respects to someone who's died. But this year, thousands of police officers have been dispatched to areas. Events have been banned because of the coronavirus. And literally it's been very, very difficult, but also you really get the sense that people are scared and they're self-censoring themselves. So people aren't going out with a candle this year. Instead, they're either staying in their homes and posting pictures of stubs of candles from previous vigils, or even being more delicate than that, more sensitive. What they're doing is they're posting pictures of just the light switches that they have in their houses, because they feel that they can't physically go out and light a candle. So yeah, I mean, that's in Hong Kong. I mean, that in itself is quite extreme, because Hong Kong has open media, so people should be able to freely talk about things online, and you just get the sense that people are quite scared. Within the mainland, it's almost impossible. I mean, there are literally hundreds of censored words online, and they range from obvious words like tank, Tiananmen, to even really innocuous words like candle, or even the number 64. 64 represents the month, 6, the day, 4. People can't even post a message on Sina Weibo that includes the word 64, because it's very likely it will be censored.
Kerry, thanks for explaining. Kerry Allen, our BBC China media analyst. And there is a picture gallery on the China pages of BBC News Online that show some of what Kerry was describing in Hong Kong, some of the police presence, some of the ways in which people have been trying to commemorate what happened at Tiananmen Square in a much more muted, constrained way perhaps than they've been allowed to in previous years. And also contrasting that with some images from years gone by, from 2019. Huge crowds in a park in Hong Kong, quite a difference there. This is OS, you're listening to the BBC World Service, and we'll bring you more stories on the other side of the